Good morning, folks. You're here with George Faulkner, the owner and operator of Faulkner Home Inspections. A little background about myself. I'm born and raised in Tampa, Florida. Go Bucks, go Rays, go Lightning. I'm a United States Navy veteran and ex-shipboard firefighter. So I basically transitioned from inspecting firefighting equipment on board USS Shiloh to inspecting your future real estate investment. I've completed over 1,500 inspections in the Tampa Bay and surrounding areas. So today, I'm here to let you know, as a buyer and client, exactly what I cover in a home inspection. All right, so when I first come to a house on the exterior, I want to take a step back so I can get a view of the roof area from the ground. And so I'm inspecting the roof all the way down, from the roof to the eave, to the fascia, to the soffit, to the siding of the home, which right now we have vinyl siding. So I'm looking for any type of deterioration or damage at the siding area. And I'm also looking back at the windows, see if I can see any signs of any type of water intrusion or any type of defects. And then I'll move in and get my micro view closer to the home. And that way I'll look a little closer towards the foundation, the slab. We're looking at the grading, making sure that you have positive grading that's going away from your slab. That's really imperative in Florida, so we don't have any water intrusion, thinking of all the rainfall we have, especially in the month of August that we are in right now. Okay, so right now we're moving along the exterior, and I ran into the air conditioning condensing unit. So I'm inspecting this as well. And what I'm looking for is making sure it's strapped to the deck. If it's not, it probably was installed before 2012. So after 2012, the manufacturers require the professional HVAC companies to strap the ACs to a concrete deck. Especially being in Florida, we have high wind areas. If I do see a newer AC unit and it's not strapped to the deck, more than likely it's an Uncle Bob job, all right? So I'm here to make sure you don't fall victim to a bunch of Uncle Bobs across the Florida area. All right, so this is strapped to the deck. It's a Frigidaire, and I'm also looking at the data plate. Your insurance company will need a photo of the data plate to confirm and verify what year the actual unit is. And I'm also looking if it matches the interior air handler unit as well. And we're looking for leaks, if it's too loud, those type of defects. But right now, this Frigidaire seems to be working okay. Okay, folks, we're at the rear of the home. We're at the boat deck. As you see, we have a boat lift on the property. This is unfortunately beyond my scope of inspections, but I will make sure I annotate the boat lift. And luckily, we had to sell it here at the time of the inspection. And I had him operate it for me and verify that it did work, and it is working properly. So at the deck, I'm looking for deterioration at the boards, any type of defects or safety hazards in that nature. And as you can see, we can get a clear rear shot of the home. And from here, I'm looking at the roof, and I'm looking at the deck areas. I'm looking for defects from a macro point of view. And as you can see, I'm also inspecting the rear retaining wall, the seawall. As you can see, it's deteriorated and cracked. And they also have some exposed rebar right there, so that definitely needs to be repaired. And as you can see, this side is deteriorated, but if you move over here to the left, the neighbors had their retaining walls replaced. So that's how a proper retaining wall should look. And my client needs to know this, and this will be put in the report as well. And I also get asked the question, do you inspect roofs, or do you hop on the roof? Do you get on top of the roof? So here's my rules of getting on top of the roof. Every single story home, I definitely will access and get on top of the roof. If it's too high, two-story homes that I don't have roof access, I do have a drone, and I do offer drone inspections as well. So I'll get the drone up on top of the roof and I'll look for any defects, and I'll use that as an inspection tool if the roof is too high to access. All right, folks, we're in the main bathroom. I'll run the plumbing throughout the home during the inspection for a good 30 minutes or so. I don't just turn the water on and off when I get to the sinks. So that way I'm looking for leaks, and I'm looking for the type of piping that you do have, whether it's copper, PVC, or CVC, type of piping throughout your home, or polybutylene, which could later be an issue with your insurance company. All right, so I'm flushing the toilets, I'm shaking the toilets and see if they're secure to the deck. I'm going to run the shower for a good while and see if it's draining properly. And I'm looking for deteriorated caulking there as well. And as I'm also looking at the electrical outlets in the bathroom and see if you have ground fault circuit interrupter protection, which in the state of Florida, you should have. All right, folks, and also as a home inspector, I get asked the question, do you enter the attic space? And yes, I enter every readily accessible attic space. I'm inspecting for adequate insulation, most importantly, roof leaks, and cracked trusses or things of that nature. Any type of wood rot or deterioration that could be hiding in your attic underneath the roof sheathing. Okay, folks, so moving along in the bedroom areas, I'm moving my eyes from up top to bottom. I'm looking in the corners for any roof leaks. It's more susceptible to have roof leaks in the corners, okay? So I'm looking up and down. I'm also inspecting the windows. I'm looking at the top of the windows, making sure we don't have any water intrusion or any signs of water intrusion at the window sill. All right, and I'm also inspecting every outlet that I can get to. If the home is full of furniture, I won't be able to get to every outlet, obviously. Ceiling fans, I'm testing all ceiling fans in every speed, make sure they're working properly and not wobbling or anything of that nature. And as far as the doors go, they all get inspected. I'll basically open and close each door, make sure they open and shut properly and they aren't dragging on the floor or rubbing against the jamb, and also if they lock properly. And if they do rub against the floor continuously throughout the home, that may be a sign of structural issues. Okay, folks, we're now here in the laundry room area, and also the main panel is here as well. So I'll definitely inspect the main electrical panel. I'll take the main cover off and inspect the wiring inside the panel, and get you those photos for your 4-point reports. Okay, and this is where the washer and dryer is as well, and I'll run that too. So make sure we don't have any leaks. That's if the washer and dryer is staying with you as a client. Okay, folks, we're on the deck area, and as far as the deck goes, I'm looking for things such as wood rot, any type of nail pops that are popping up from the deck that can be a safety hazard, any type of termite damage, or any type of wood destroying organisms, okay? This deck is in pretty good shape, but that's definitely some of the issues that I'm looking for as far as a deck goes. Okay, folks, we're in the kitchen area. It's normally where I'll end up after the inspection, okay? So the dishwasher is the first thing I turn on when I show up to the inspection. That way at the end it's nice and drained and I can tell if it's leaking or not, all right? And I'll test all cabinetry and make sure all the cabinet doors operate and work correctly. I'll come to the oven. I'll fire the oven up. I have photos and inspect the oven, make sure that's working okay, and also make sure that there's an anti-tip device behind the oven as well. The refrigerator, I'll make sure the ice and water is working properly for you, and I'll have photos of the entire kitchen and everything looks nice in your report.